Hey everyone, Robin here, and I'm doing a quick video to show you how to download your Dream Door Kickstarter ebook. We've provided a couple different ways of doing this. The first thing you should know is somewhere around 4:30, 4:45 in the morning on the 23rd, I sent emails to all the people who have a copy of the ebook due to them. Now, not everyone who backed the Kickstarter is getting the ebook. In past Kickstarters, we always bundled the ebook with just about every reward level there was. This time we did not do that. So out of the approximately 4,000 people that backed either one or the other of the Kickstarters that has the Dream Door ebook in it, there's only like 2,200, 2,300 people who are getting the ebook. And those people would have gotten an email. The email would have had the it would say as a subject, download your Dream Door ebook, and it came from Michael Sullivan. So if you open up that email, you'll find there are a couple of different ways of doing this. The first one is if you already use BookFunnel, then your life is really easy because I did a mass download to all of those 2,300 emails, and I actually put the book right in your library. So you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is go to your library and you're done. So let's take a look at how that would do. So you hit this link and boom, there it is. I have a little test account. It only has one book in it, it's Dream Door. And then I can go up here and I can say, I'm going to download my book. And I can choose a particular type of thing that I want to download, like the Kindle file. And what you'll see is in my little download area, I've got the EPUB book that was downloaded. Now, at one time, Kindle uses something called Mobi. And we did provide a Mobi book for you for people who are using like older versions of Kindle, like Kindle Classic. But for the most part, you're going to be reading stuff on either an EPUB, which is good for Kindle, Nook, etc., and PDF, which you can put on tablets or your phone, and it works well that way. So if I also wanted to download the PDF, I can click there. And then if I go into my download area, I'll see that here's the PDF of the book. And I can go through and start reading it. Okay. Now, as far as the EPUB is concerned, all I have to do there is I can say, open it with iBooks, and then it will come into my library, and there it is. And I can start reading it from there as well. Okay. Pretty simple. Now, let's say that you didn't have BookFunnel to begin with. No problem. That's easy to deal with because the second part of this email, get rid of this, go back over the email, is how to do it from a BookFunnel download. So if you just click on that link, it said, oh, here's your book. You just need to get it. And it is going to ask you to verify your email address because the way BookFunnel is set up is only people on the Kickstarter whose email address is valid will get this book. Now, if you thought you backed it and it turned out you didn't have the ebook, okay, then we'll have to get you in the system through the back end, and we can do that for you. But I do know that on this particular email account, I did have a Digital Delight reward level, so it should have the book. So I'm going to say send my book. And then if I look in my email, we'll see that there's a confirmation here. And we'll say, okay, I'm going to click on that confirmation. And now I'm going to download it. And again, I get the same choice to download the EPUB or the PDF. And if we look over at the download area, we see that I now have 2 PDFs and 2 EPUBs. I'm going to get rid of those right now. So I don't have anything in my download for the rest of this demo, but let me move this to trash. And then let's go back over to another option for downloading. Again, over the email, we go back to the original email that was sent to us, the one that says Dream Door ebook is here. The other choice you have is Dropbox. So you can just click the Dropbox link and it'll open up Dropbox, and you'll see that there is files here in the ebook file. Now here, I'm going to download the PDF, the Mobi, and the EPUB. And I'm just going to say, well, let me download them one at a time because otherwise it'll make a zip file. So I'm going to download the PDF. And then I'm going to download the Mobi. And then I'm going to download the EPUB. Okay, so again, over here, oh, I forgot to take these two out, sorry. So here I have all three books. Now the Mobi, I can open this with Kindle Classic. That's really the only thing that this is good for is Kindle Classic. And if we open up the Kindle Classic, we'll see that there is my book and I can read that. But for the most part, you're going to be using the EPUB or the PDF. The Mobi, it's kind of old technology. I happen to still use it. I don't know why. It's just something I've gotten used to over the years. Okay, so that's another way to get it. Okay, so let's get rid of that. And let's say, let's move these to the trash, get back to an empty thing. And I'm going to get rid of Dropbox. Okay. And let me get rid of these other windows here as well. Okay, so the last way you can get it is through PledgeBox. Now, PledgeBox is kind of wonky. We've used both PledgeBox and BackerKit before. I like BackerKit's system a lot better than PledgeBox's, but BackerKit is a lot more expensive. The reason why is because BackerKit takes a percentage of the Kickstarter as a whole. So we'd have to spend like an extra $20,000 to use it. And PledgeBox only takes money for new things that come in. So that makes it easier. So what you do is you go to your PledgeBox portal and it'll show you what projects you have backed before. Okay. Now for this particular test account, I only did it on the Chronicles. I did not do it on the Drumandor. But if you backed for Drumandor, you would see that project there as opposed to this one. But if I go over here to view, I can see what I was supposed to get for my rewards. So I got the ebook for Drumandor, which includes the DRM free version, which is the Mobi, the EPUB, and the PDF. I'm able to read the story early. This book is going to be officially released to the retail chain at the same time that the audiobook is, which I believe is October 11th or 12th. But until that time, only people in the Kickstarter are the ones that are going to be able to get it early. So there up here, there's this little get the download link. And again, it sent something to my email. So let me go over to my email and check for it. And it says, here's your download. Okay. Now, when I was testing this last night, for some reason, this didn't format well. I don't know why, but that's PledgeBox for you. But this is my verification code, which I'm going to need. And down here is, I believe this is the link here. And it brings up a little verification code area. So I'm going to paste that in there and hit continue. And now I'm within PledgeBox and I see this little download area. So I can download that. And again, if I go over to my download areas, we'll notice that there's a zip file here because for PledgeBox, I have to put all the files into one. And I happen to use WinUnzip, but there's online things you can do to unzip a file. Almost all computers have this, but I'm going to unzip them to the Mac. I'm going to put them into my download. And then, so now you see I have the PDF, the Mobi, and the EPUB. And again, I can open this Mobi in iBooks. I can open it in Nook. I can open it in the more recent Kindle apps. And I'm sorry, the EPUB. The EPUB I can open in Nook and iBooks and the recent Kindle apps. The Mobi is really only used for Kindle Classic. And then the PDF, of course, you can read straight away. So that's it. Several different ways of doing it. If you have any problems, send an email to us. It's talked about in the email. Let me go back to the email. So in the original email that was sent to you, we mentioned that if you can't do any of that, then what you should do is send an email to michael.sullivan.dc@gmail.com. And in the subject, put problem downloading Drumandor. Michael's inbox is wicked full right now, but I will be looking specifically for this subject. And as I find people who have done that, I will respond to your email and I will just send the files to you as an attachment, and that will get you up and going. So I hope you found this helpful. I've tried to provide a number of different ways to get it for you. The most important of which is you have to have you have to have an ebook for, you have to have an ebook to begin with. If you don't have an ebook to begin with, then there's little that can be done for you. Other than to do a late pledge and to late pledge to add one. So you could purchase it. We do have an online store. And if you go into it, you could go down here and you could say, Drumandor, add that to your cart, and then check out. And then that would put you into the system. And as soon as it shows up in the system, you'll then be able to download it immediately through PledgeBox and immediately through Dropbox. The BookFunnel won't work immediately because I would have to upload your new email address into the list of available emails that can download it. But I will be doing that a couple times a day. So if it's not immediate, if for some reason you couldn't get it from the Dropbox or through PledgeBox, then wait a couple of hours and it will be available through BookFunnel. A couple of other things I want to point out. We have this thing called Reading Buddies. Reading Buddies is, I need to log in, sorry. I forgot I wasn't in Discord. I'm not sure I know my password. I don't know my password. Shoot. Well, trust me, if you're logged on. Oh wait, maybe I can just log on to it this way. Hold on a second. Oh, that did it. That remembered me down there. So if you go to the Reading Buddies thing, open it in the app. Okay, so here is my Discord, and within here there's something called Elan, and there's a Drumandor thing. And what I've done is for every single chapter in the book, we have little channels for it. So for instance, after you get done reading chapter 1, you can go in here to the chapter 1 area and you can talk to other people about that. And Michael and I will be in here from time to time. And if you have questions, we'll answer them. There's also a specific Ask Michael or Robin section where you can download, where you can reach out to us there. Let me go back over to the email. There's also this new thing I'm going to do. It's called Sullivan Spoils. I'm going to start going through Drumandor, and you shouldn't go to Sullivan Spoils until after you've read the book. Well, you can watch the first episode without having read the book because it's going to be spoiler free. But when you're done with the book, and you want to start seeing how that fits into the bigger picture of things, how it connects to other books like Legends of the First Empire and the Rise and Fall books, and even on into Michael's new project, which is the cycle. I won't go into a lot of details about what's there, but I certainly will talk about what I know, which isn't much more than you do, because I don't get access to all of Michael's stuff. Most of that stuff's in his head, so I can't talk intelligently about all things in the cycle. But certainly there's things that all of us can see that are obviously going to be in the cycle, and I'll talk about them there. There's also you also can sign up to be a guest on the cycle show. I'm sorry, on the Sullivan Spoils show. So sometimes I'll have Mike on as guest, sometimes I'll have a reader on a guest, and we'll talk about like how everything connects and our theories and what we think things are. And I hope it's going to be a fun little thing. And then there is a Discord server for the cycle. As soon as you get your email, you'll see that there's a new section called the cycle, and this is Michael's new project. And so you can come here, you can introduce yourself. We can kind of talk and speculate and have all kinds of fun in there. I hope that will be. And the last thing I want to mention in this email is I just want to make sure that I get this information out to people. So you guys are backing deluxe editions. I know you love deluxe editions. We sold out of the deluxe edition of Nolan, which is the book on the left here, and Ezra Hodden, the book on the right. A while ago, maybe as long as 6 months ago, we did a reprint. We reprinted 500 of these and 300 of those. Those will be the absolute last of these books, because at that point I run out of Fairlane, and it just gets really hard to keep these limited editions in print. So if you missed any of these books, any of these 3 books, or if you missed the entire thing and you want to get it with or without a slipcase, you can go to this link here, and you can buy the deluxe section with the slipcase. You can buy it without a slipcase. You can buy the regular versions with the slipcase, and the regular versions without the slipcase. Now, slipcases are also limited. I think I might have, I don't know exactly how many, maybe 50 of those left. So if you really want a slipcase, act sooner rather than later. And if you already bought the books, but you forgot to buy the slipcase, you can order just the slipcase on its own. And we'll give that to you. And I did these at a little bit of discount. So there's $20 off for the deluxe, $15 off if you get it without the slipcase, and some money off if you get the regular editions. And that's everything. I hope to see you in the Reading Buddies area. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Michael and I finished listening to the audiobook over the weekend, and Tim is now recording what are called pickups, which are things we noticed he did wrong that he has to re-record. And then by the end of today, we should have all those pickups reviewed, and then he'll be getting it to the engineers for mastering and uploading to all the various sites. This particular book is published by Recorded Books. A lot of our other books in the past have been by Audible Studios. Because it's a recorded books, it will be widely available. It'll be in libraries. It will be in audible.com, obviously, but also the other venues like, I can't remember what all of them are, but like audiobooks.com, and I think there's some called Drip, and a couple of other ones. So you'll have a more broad distribution than just audible.com and the iTunes store. That's one of the reasons why we went with Recorded Books for this, is to have wide distribution. And I think that's about it. So thank you very much for your support. I hope you found the video helpful, and happy reading. And I'm gonna